Hello, good afternoon. I'm Bob van Passen. I representing the works of the energy group GDF Sussez. But 3 weeks ago we have changed the name. Now we are NG, not GDF Sussez anymore. So it's just a surprise for everyone, but that's the new name. So when you see the name in the world, it's NG and not GDF Sussez anymore. Very short, what is the EWC of GDF Sussez? We're representing 147,000 workers. Workers who are working about in 15 countries in the European perimeter. Is there a problem with the translation, I suppose? No?
Português se escucha na pressa.
Portuguese is 3, I suppose. I hear something like that. Thank you. So 15 countries in the European area, perimeter, and all over the world, of course. ENGIE is a company, a world company, a mundial, and they have in total 230,000 employees. I live in Belgium. My occupation, my profession is working and planning shutdowns in the nuclear power plant. But the last years, since I was elected and am elected in the EWC as the secretary of the EWC, most of the time, most of my work is getting to the EWC and not to the plant, to the nuclear plant anymore. So, Anna asked me to give you an example of some agreement we have made. So we go really down in what agreement we make, in what method, and what's in it. So we go to the basic. A lot of text, but I shall try to give it as much as possible in a frame. Why an agreement about quality of work, quality of life at work? The start is, you must know, GDF Sussez is a merge of GDF, company of France, only France, and Sussez. Sussez was also an environment part. Now, not anymore. Environment companies living on their own. And they have made a merge, GDF and Sussez. And on that level, in France, there exists a smaller agreement that says, okay, we have an agreement by psychosocial risks. The members of the EWC had a meaning that it was better to negotiate a bigger agreement, an agreement for the whole European area. That's the reason why we said, okay, we will have an agreement. We will have a negotiation. And on which way we will have a negotiation, it is like this morning told. The negotiations are coordinated by the European Trade Union Federations, EPSU, Industrial, and they were the coordinator of the negotiations. And then you have a rule, and I think what was Luc Triangle has told us, showed us a few rules who can negotiate and who can negotiate the agreement and who can be member of the negotiation. Because as EWC, we want that most of the members of the EWC has also the possibility to negotiate the agreement in a special negotiation group. And the special negotiation group is coordinated by the European Trade Union Federations. So you get the different partners by the negotiation. That's very important. It needs, of course, to prepare a field of trust on each other. It is announced this morning also, some countries have representative members, not trade unionists. That's a problem. Because the European federations nominate their negotiators by asking the countries to point out the members of their trade union. So that was difficult. We found a solution by, if in a country like in Germany, like the Netherlands, you can be member or even president of the local council of your company, even when you are not a member of the trade union or local trade union. That's law. And we have said, okay, when there is a trade union in your country, and you, member of the EWC, are not a trade unionist, then you can come to the negotiation, but there must be at least one colleague of a trade union of your country. Otherwise, it is impossible that you participate in the negotiations because you are not a member of a trade union. Very difficult discussion, but we have found a solution about it, so it was good that everyone on the table has a mandate from their country to negotiate for us, with us. Before you start, or when you start an agreement, negotiation of an agreement, you must have in mind what do you want, what is possible. So you must make a framework and give facilities. In this case, we have said, okay, we must have a perspective of the employees, the quality of life, that they have a quality of life at work. But not only work, also in the private situation and in the comparison private life, work life. So we must have a second point. It is the target of understanding. We must be sure that anyone who will make the agreement is take an engagement to set up the agreement and follow up the agreement and make the agreement alive. Also the managers, the leaders of the companies, supervisors, everyone, the highest level to the lowest level in the company. The place, quality of work, of life at work, must be in the heart of the organization and the structure of a social dialogue. It's very important. That means everyone who will make an agreement and sign this agreement, when they're signing in, it's an engagement to say, okay, I will follow up the rules, I shall make the rules alive. That must be changing your mind, the manner of work, the manner of organization work, and so on. And then we have a method for how do we organize it. Identification, the general organization of the company. That means that organization, mission, activities for different from different managements, directions and management must be writing down in rules. And it means that every country, every company in a country under the name NG must respect this agreement. The conditions, we must make definitions. We point responsibilities from the highest level to the lowest level. A certain autonomy of the organization of work. it must be possible that there is a variation in the rules country by country, because not every country has the same way of living, and when you are living in Portugal, it's different than when you live in Norway. It's a style of living. We must make internal, external, human and working relationships. That means that we must have a social dialogue in every country, in every level, in every company, who treat this agreement and the rules that we have written down in the agreement. Transformations and the conduct of change, we are sure, management must be sure that this sort of agreement has an impact on the organization and the manner you treat workers. It means that there is a necessity to change your organization. Change the manner you treat your workers. Achievement and professional development opportunities. It means you must recognize that there is an agreement and that there is stress at work, by example. Then you must see what are we going to do to organize an anti-stress. Is there a need to formation, education? How do we or let the people participate in the respecting of the agreement? Conciliation between professional life and private life. When somebody has a problem in their private life, it must have an argument to change, temporarily change the manner he's working in his professional job. When the wife is pregnant, her condition is not the same than when she's pregnant. That means that when she is pregnant and she is following her months up, and she is 6-7 months pregnant, it's heavier for her to do her job than when she is pregnant. So that means that the organization must take care and see to participate on her condition on the moment, in this case, when somebody is pregnant. We have said, okay, we have now the framework, we can negotiate rules in detail, but we must have also a multidisciplinary team. And that means that it is a team who has a certain composition for the company in global, for the companies in every country. And then we have defined these are the people who can be member of the team. Somebody from management, everyone in the organization line, that means local director, HR, your chief, and somebody from the workforce also. And then we have written down, when these people, this team, come together, at least every 3 months, to evaluate the system and the manner what's going on. And they give once a year report to the EWC, country by country. We have also defined an action team. It means we have an agreement, we have the committee, a team, who is evaluated it. And now we will see which actions we're setting up to implement the agreement. We give some framework, and everyone in every country has the possibility to finalize the frame to get more rules in it. That's not a problem. We have also the monitoring of the action plan. That means you have a plan of action, a follow-up committee in the EWC shall see, are you working on your actions you have defined? Is there a progress? Are you doing something or nothing? And we have also a follow-up group who follow up the agreement for the whole group. They are possibly members of the EWC, possibly members of the different countries, but they are nominated by the European federations. And so we have once a year a follow-up committee and see what's going on, where is it working and where not. That's the implementation, like I said in short words. The agreement and the composed group of following up group is 15 people who follow up the meeting, once a year, following up what's going on in the different countries. We have also written down that when, after evaluation, we see that there is no evolution, or that there is a country or a manager in a local country or in the group who doesn't respect the agreement, that the European federations, trade union federations, has the possibility to have a meeting with the highest level, the CEO of the company, and go make an investigation for what is wrong and what is fault, and set up a program, a special program in a short time to get progress point by point. So that's the first time that we have made an agreement, and there is a possibility that as the following up committee evaluate in their conclusions that there is no evolution, or there is a non-respect of the agreement, that the European federations can intervene. It's very important. The rest, I think, is okay. The changing of culture, atmosphere is changing. There must be a right, and that's also written down in the agreement. There must be a right that management accept that the worker can make an error, can make a fault in his job. And when they make the conclusion that okay, he has made a fault, she has made a fault, it doesn't mean that management must get rid of that person. No, they must analyze what's the reason of the fault. Has the person need a person formation? Is there something wrong in the stress situation, the family situation, in the work situation? That's what's written down clearly, and it must be written down in a report, not a report against or for the individual file of the worker. No, it's just for the evaluation and the evaluation committee. So I think in global and very fast, first of all, EWC has the wish to negotiate an agreement. Like we said, it's very important that the trade unions, the European federations, and they are the coordinator of an agreement. When you try to make an agreement, it's very important that you take juridical advice. Don't think you get every wisdom with you and you should make it. Take advice, take consultation of a juridical partner. When you have an agreement, write down that it is an agreement implicated for the whole group, every country, every manager, every company in the country. And when you sign, at least, the European Federation is signing in name of, management is signing, and the secretary of the EWC is signing also in name of the representatives, the members of the EWC. So that's the way we're working. Read down at least and at last that there is always a following up committee, a following up group to evaluate what is the agreement do. Is everyone respecting the agreement? That's very important. So a following up group is also very important. That's very fast what I like to say. There was more, but we are short in time, so I stop here. I will thank you that I was invited here to say something about our sort of agreements. We have different agreements, but thank you for that. And when you have some questions, it will be a pleasure to give you an answer. Obrigado.